Cade Klubnik was balling out at the All-American Bowl this weekend. I want to talk about it, and before I do, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of my exclusive Clemson content I put out every single week. All right, I didn't have a chance because I had a post-birthday weekend this weekend lined up, so I didn't have a chance to actually watch the game in full, but the All-American Bowl did not disappoint for Clemson fans and specifically Cade Klubnik. Cade's team, the West team, beat the East team 34-14, and he had 3 touchdowns on the night. When I went back and watched the highlight videos, the first thing that I heard from the announcers were 3 things that he does really great. First thing is he has a tight spiral. Second thing was throws a catchable ball consistently. And third is he has good mobility. Now, when you hear those things, I know if you're a fan like me, you're already super excited about Cade Klubnik and what he can bring to the Clemson football team this coming season. Those are 3 things that have been a struggle for the Tigers this year. Inconsistency in spirals and inconsistency in catchable balls causing an outrageous amount of drops this year, and inconsistency in mobility from the quarterback position and causing further strain on the offense. So Cade Klubnik, enter him into the mix. He will not only be able to show the other quarterbacks in the room what he can do, but also probably what I expect is he's going to elevate everyone else in the room as well. Hey, top players do that. They make everyone else around them better. Even the other quarterbacks in the room get better because of that quarterback. All right, now when I went back and watched the individual specific plays that he was a part of, there were a few things that I really liked and I want to go over real quick. First thing was he had a rollout to the right that was a pass in the back corner of the end zone, perfectly placed for a touchdown. You've probably seen it a million times. It was a great catch, a great pass, right where it needed to be, and, just showed how good his touch is and his location of the football. Second video or clip or highlight that I saw was his mobility to cause confusion on the defense. So he rolled out a little bit to the right. The defense, because of how good he is with his legs, had to respect that. And it just so happened to be a running back screen to the opposite side of the field. He turned around, situated himself to throw across the field back to the running back for a touchdown, a long one too as well. Those are the types of plays that you can do when you have a quarterback that the defense has to respect their mobility. Again, I saw another play where it was kind of a bad snap, a slow snap. 3 guys immediately came at him in the backfield. It was dead to rights. It was going to be a sack, right? Not with Klubnik, not so fast. He was able to quickly grab the ball and make a decision to get out of the way, and that's where his gamer mentality comes into play, where he moves around out of the pocket to avoid a sack, gets as far as he can to the sideline before having to make a decision. He doesn't try to make the decision too early or give up on the play too early. He's going to take it all the way to the edge of the sideline, and he finds a guy in the end zone open for a touchdown. He consistently puts the ball on the money. I mean, every single play I saw, the ball was where it needed to be. It might not have been a perfect pass, might not have been the hardest pass, or there could have been issues, but it was where the other receiver or running back or tight end had a chance to make a play. And that's all you want. You want to be able to give your playmakers chances to make plays. Now, if you're going to say anything, Morgan, now you're just raving on this guy. Maybe there's something bad about him. Maybe he's not perfect. Not everybody's perfect. We're all human, right? Well, I would say at times it seems like his mobility can hurt him with his passing game. He is a dual threat quarterback, I believe. I feel like when he rolls out, sometimes he's not on the right foot, he's on his back foot, or maybe neither one of his feet are set, or maybe he's even kind of in the air as he's throwing it because of how he's moving his feet so quickly. it noticeably takes off some of the power from his throws. So he's going to have to learn and continue to develop that passing on the run. It's not something that I think is perfect right now for him, but it's something that I can see him working on throughout his freshman year, really the entirety of his college career up until he tries to go pro, right? So I think the big thing is working on he has great touch. He throws a catchable ball, but there are times where I wrote down, it seems like it floated a little bit. It seemed like those other defenders were able to bat it down because of how much touch it was on there. So you just got to figure out what's right in what certain situation, and how much he can still control the ball when he's moving as much as he is. All in all, solid quarterback. Again, going to get into this. He's already on campus, already with the team, going to get in there and help improve that quarterback room. Even DJU is going to be better because of Cade and his ability. They're going to be able to learn from each other. I think there is give and take on both sides for sure. When you look at his measurables, he's 6'2.5", 186 pounds. Now, people say he's going to start immediately this year. He's going to really go for it this year. I say that's the first hurdle, for him to get over, to overcome, is being 186 pounds. I do not believe that he can be successful at the college ranks at 186 pounds in elite college football. Power 5 college football, I just don't feel it. He's too skinny right now. He needs to be able to build on his weight, get over 200. I would say he doesn't really need to be 220. Maybe he can be 215. Maybe he can be 210. But he definitely needs to be over 200 just to be able to be more durable at the college level. If you look at someone comparable to his size, 6'3", C.J. Stroud is 215 pounds as he's listed. So someone that's around 6'3" that was successful in college football his first year, Stroud was around 215 pounds. Wasn't 186. He's got to get up to 200, I think, at least. I would like to see him 210, 205. Just to get in that range to where he's more durable. But the catch there is, can you add 20 pounds and be as nimble and quick and mobile as I just bragged about Cade Klubnik? Can that happen? We'll have to see. Only time will tell. I believe that Clemson has the staff in place to develop and build upon him and his size and give him more weight without giving him more weight, negative weight that would hold him back. He'll keep him fast and nimble. So that's step number 1. Gain 20 pounds, stay fast, stay nimble, stay agile without, losing all that. Gain your weight without losing all that. Next thing, most important thing is while you're at the same time, I'm not saying these are one after the other. I'm saying at the same time, the next most important thing is to learn the playbook. Obviously, he's coming from a spread offense, so he's going to have a step up. He knows some of the bread and butter plays. I'm sure his high school was able to play, so that's going to give him even better chance there. And he's coming in the spring, so that gives him an even better head start. But it's just continuing to learn the playbook and even learn the players that you have on your team that are running the same plays, because, the same play with your high school teammates could be completely different with your college teammates. Could be going a lot faster. They could be, somebody that you had on your outside could have different skill sets in high school than you do now at Clemson. So just learning the players you have, learning the timing with those players, and learning those players' abilities along with learning the playbook as well. And then really, it goes back to what we said about DJ this year. It goes back to the basics, the mechanics. Even Cade's going to have to come in and learn those mechanics. I say when I do research on what quarterbacks have to do as freshmen in college football, work on their deep routes. The deep out, so 15 yards and away from the ball to the sideline. That's a bread and butter play for Clemson. You want your quarterback to be able to place that perfectly so that the cornerback cannot get it. Only the wide receiver can get it, and you're throwing it out there in enough time to where he still has time to put 2 feet in, or in college 1 foot in, and make the catch as he's going out to the out of bounds. Right? Perfect. 2-minute drill type play. Easy first down type, like bread and butter first down type play, 3rd down and long type play, the 15 yards and out, 10 yards and out, 7 yards and out to the sideline. You got to be able to hit those, and the timing is what's important. Timing and placement there. Then another bread and butter play for Clemson's offense, and a lot of them out there, is the back shoulder comeback. a wide receiver on the outside goes 15 yards and does a comeback to the sideline, away from the ball, he's going to be able to place that as well. It's very similar to the deep out, but he's more coming back towards the quarterback or back towards the sideline instead of across. And then I would say the opposite of that, across the middle of the field, maybe a dig route 15 and an across the middle, something where he's getting that timing. I think across the middle is important because you have multiple layers of defenders in front of you, and you have to be able to see that and notice where they're at, especially if they're in a zone, and notice where to place it in between where the gaps are in that zone defense. And then finally, one, I wouldn't say a deep route. I would say more of a seam route. I'd like to see him continue to work on that. All freshman quarterbacks, but the seam route is important because it's going along the seam of the inside of the football field, not the outside. And the reason why that's, I think, more important to learn and get the timing on is because you're trying to place the ball not just one-on-one to the outside. You're trying to place the ball down the more of the middle of the field, where it's more likely you're going to have two deep safeties guarding and being able to guard that same area of the field. So can you throw a deep ball, one, with accuracy and velocity and timing, but also be able to place it in a way to where only your receiver can get it, your tight end can get it, and manipulate and your placement so that your top two, your back two safeties cannot, don't have a chance at it themselves, right? So again, these are things that I've been researching on about freshman quarterbacks and what they need to do and what they need to work on in their first year, and I think that those would be great things for Cade Klubnik to do as well. We talked about how he dominated at the All-American Bowl this weekend. We talked about all the things that I loved about him, some things that I think he could work on, and some things that he can do as he learns in his freshman year at Clemson. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree that he ball out? Do you like what you see? Do you hate what you see? What do you think he needs to work on, if anything? Maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm crazy. Put it in the comments and let me know. I'll try to get back to you. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel.